Still don't have the video settings quite worked out. I think I'm going to have to set up another laptop. But let's go ahead and play a game. And with the not so optimal performance, if it comes down to the wire, I've only got like a couple seconds to win a game. There is a little bit of lag, so I might not be able to win in those cases. Playing against a roughly 1,000 player. A new opening for me. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do here. So far, I was going to say he's got a lot of pieces undeveloped, but he did just start to try to fix that. I am kind of blocking, I was just going to say, a spot for his knight. This could be interesting. Takes this pawn, so he's got two people. Not as interesting as I thought. Maybe bring a bishop over, or I mean a rook over, and put extra pressure on this piece. Seems to be an aggressive position. I've got two pieces attacking this square, so I can trade off these two pieces for the rook and the pawn. But if I'm going to do that, I want some reinforcements here so that I can immediately follow it up with pressure on this. And one way or another, this knight needs to get more involved. I don't want him to block. Okay. The order that I need to take here. I take, he takes. I take, he takes. That's losing. It was a little bit of a waiting move. I don't see an absolutely winning way to dissolve all this tension. So I'm going to keep the tension on the board. And so he's decided to relieve the tension. And now it's kind of like a deck of cards falling. We'll just see where everything ends up. Moving back here is I might be losing the bishop. Here. Oh no, okay. This is safe here. It's close. This bishop almost got trapped. Now I have enough time to give myself an escape hatch. Actually, he takes, and that's all bad for me. Fuck. I basically just gave up a piece for nothing. Oh, and he didn't notice it. Taking here would have been deadly. Maybe we'll go over it after the game, just to show how bad that position actually was for me. And I just went. There was actually just a couple moves back. Black had an opportunity to basically take my knight for free, and in this variation, so he missed that continuation, and in this variation, I've actually ended up a piece ahead. With threats, I've got a tempo on the queen. The threat is to move the bishop down here, and then my queen. So the bishop to h8 and the queen to g7, and it becomes difficult for him to defend against this. He can push his pawn up, but I'm going to take, and then we're kind of right back where we started. Again, with the idea of bringing this back. Do I go back there? Not yet. I should have taken here, pinning the queen against the king, and left the bishop there. That would have been deadly, but I overlooked it, so he noticed it. And so, let's do it anyways. This is just winning the exchange. Oh. Or not. It's a blunder on my part. So I've inadvertently given the material back. With plans to swing over onto this 8 and these 2 pieces. Attacking, defending. Oh, and actually attacking here too. This is winning. Okay, so I've got enough time here to show where things were going really bad. This opening, this C5 openings, the Sicilian, I haven't learned the optimal way to play this, because there's at least half a dozen different ways that it can be played. It's probably the best defense against this e4 that I like to play. And it's just a little bit overwhelming to figure out where to start on all the different variations of this opening. At my level and at this guy's level, he might have a leg up on me, but not much. So here I'm trying a variation I haven't tried before. And everything's fine until even here things are okay. Bishop almost got trapped here. This move here is a disaster for white. The knight needs to move somewhere. Best would be d1. But the reason it's so bad is let's say black takes here. That's an uncovered attack on the queen. Let's say I take here. He takes here. And let's just say I want to save this piece and come back here. Now it's his turn, and he can basically go like this. And if you look at the resulting position, I've lost a knight in the process. Apparently going into variations wipes the game history, so let me bring it back. Or attempt to bring it back. That's okay. We can get to this another way. So that was a longer continuation from this position. A simpler variation is the knight comes down and takes, and then I just move the queen out of the way, and then the knight moves back to safety, and I'm down a whole knight. But he didn't notice this in the game, and played a useless move, which, lucky for me, ended up giving me an extra piece. And somewhere later on in the game, I ended up giving that piece back. Basically, I had overlooked this piece here. And so there's 1, 2, he's got this square covered by 3 people, and I've only got it, well, at the time I had it covered by 3 people, but I didn't notice this bishop, so I thought it was safe to take, but it wasn't. So I lost a piece, and but it ends up, later on I end up forking some pieces here, and it ends up working out fine. So I'm right at the 15-minute limit, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this and start it back up again, and we'll get another one going.